have you ever seen a family that is like that ideal? Is there anything? Like all 5 principles are like perfect.
Oh my God. Okay.
Is there such thing?
I always have parents who over worry. Oh my God, if this is the case, then I'm scared. Like my parenting, no matter what I try to do, my child will have trauma. You can say this, and you can say this to a certain extent, because I have clients before who they are siblings, so they have the same parent, Ali. So one sibling say that I have trauma because my dad beat me when I have bad result in school. You know, like okay, that I understand, like the trauma, because when he beats me, I feel like whatever I have in school, my result is never good enough. Like he don't love me because he beat me. Okay, then his sibling told me, my dad didn't beat me. That's my trauma. How can your dad didn't beat you as a trauma? Because he beat my brother. He cares. He said, the sibling, when my dad didn't beat me, he didn't love me. Serba salah yang jadi orang tua.
Wow.
So like you're saying, right? Is there a perfect family? I give you for example, one dad, 2 boys. One say have trauma because the dad beat him. The other one say have trauma because the dad didn't beat him. So what should the dad do, Ali? Right? I say, because trauma is very personal to what maybe you see as trauma. For me, it's like, oh, I don't resonate with that, you know, because maybe I have a different learning, my ancestor is different, we have different trauma. So when you said like, what is the definition of trauma? Last time, I used to think that trauma is something very terribly happened to you, you know, you suffer, you like to the extreme, you know. But coming here, trauma can be explained as simple as anything that happened too soon, too much, or too fast.
Anything that happens too soon, too much, or too fast?
Too fast. That's trauma.
Anything unpleasant. Anything unpleasant.
Anything unpleasant, or for example, like, you know, if your parents knocked on wood or somebody you love passed on suddenly, that suddenly it's like
too
I'm
soon.
not ready, like too soon, like too soon, right? Or too fast. Like it's not like, oh, he have an illness that he will progress in 10 years and then pass away. You know, like anything suddenly, that can be a trauma. Or I lost my parents when I was 10. That is too soon. Right? Or maybe one of your parents passed away or divorced and you suddenly have to grow up very fast. That's trauma too. So
if I may, from your definition, because when you say too soon, too fast, or too much, it's the word too something.
Yes.
It means it's relative to something else, right?
Yes.
That something else, too soon compared to what, too fast compared to what. So my understanding here is compared to your ability at that moment.
Yes. To
use the right perspective on how to see the situation, and to give the right meaning to what happened.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because if let's say one of your loved ones passed away, you're not a child.
Yes.
You're not a small child, but maybe you're already 27 to even 30 or even more.
Yes.
But your ability is still not there.
Yes.
It can still be. It makes you feel like it's too much.
It's too much.
Right?
Or maybe you're expecting, a human have a lifespan of 60, 70. Oh, and then there's a knock on wood. Somebody you love died in an accident. That's trauma because it's too sudden. It's not what you expect a human being lifespan is supposed to have at 60 or 70, like that. Yeah, that's what I mean.
No, I'm sharing this part because this reminds me of one of the most memorable moment was one of my mother's cousin. Her son passed away when he was 40 something.
Okay.
But as a mother, I think she was 60 something or maybe close to 70, but it doesn't matter, it's your son.
Of course.
Right?
You're supposed to go before your son.
Yeah.
It's something like
doesn't register. Normal,
like a child is not supposed to die before the parent.
Right. But this moment was when I saw her. There's not a lot of people there, but I saw her seeing her son's body
Yeah.
while crying, of course, and at the same time verbally, like out loud, saying, "But thank you, God, for giving me this
Strength.
this strength." And you can hear and feel that it's genuine.
Yeah, because I think her maturity
Exactly.
to grasp that
Exactly.
you're not like it's not you controlling everyone's life, it's God.
Exactly.
That maturity.
That part, it really hits me. Like I think everybody was there who were there were crying when
Right.
when we heard her
Yeah.
say that, because we can feel that she's very genuine.
Yes.
Like grateful for all this opportunity, all the strength, even though acknowledging that she was, of course, very, very sad.
Yes.
Of course.
Yes.
So that hits me like, okay, because there are other people who are at that age
Probably will not react the same way as
Exactly.
her because they're less mindful because of
Exactly.
upbringing and
So
yes.
in a way, she has at that moment she already has the ability to respond
Yes.
in a
a
right
healthier-
way, in a
yeah.
healthier way.
Yes.
Still acknowledging the sadness,
Yeah.
the grief.
Yes.
But at
not
the same
denying
time,
that the strength and the
exactly.
grief can coexist together.
Exactly. And
Yes.
so that's why when you say too soon, too fast, too much,
Yes.
I think it's in relation with our ability
Yes.
when whatever that thing that happened.
Right.
Right?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh.
Because grieving from people to people takes differently, and it's very personal. You know, so
Yeah.
like you said, depending on their maturity level,
Yeah, yeah.
they can take like instant, like
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
some which is maybe love this person too much or takes longer. You know, yeah, like you said.
So in a way, I think it's also why it becomes very important for us to realize, I guess, for each person, the importance of improving our ability to manage our thoughts, our emotions, our energy.
To respond better, right?
To respond better
because
to
we cannot
what
control
happened.
what happened outside, but the
Exactly.
only thing we can control is respond to them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is something that can be learned.
Yes,
Right?
definitely.
Yeah.